What's going on? Today we're looking at two awesome budget headphones, and those are the Airdots. One pair is from Redmi and one pair is from Xiaomi. If you guys didn't know, Redmi is like Xiaomi's budget brand, so they're essentially both from the same manufacturer, just one's a slightly cheaper pair than the other. And since I'm always going to be transparent, the Xiaomi pair were sent to me for free from Banggood.com, and the Redmi pair I purchased with my own money, but as you guys hopefully know by now, it doesn't affect my review in any way. With that said, I will have affiliate links in the description down below if you want to pick up one of these headphones. I don't get that much money from it, but it does help me out because that means that you show them interest, they send me more stuff, and I can make more content for you. Now let's go ahead and dive into the video. Starting off with what I like, the charging case. It's almost identical on both of these pairs, down to the Mi logo there on the front. It's a little bit easier to see on the black than the white on the Redmi pair versus the Xiaomi pair, but you can still make it out. The white charging case is ever so slightly heavier, feels a little bit wider, not quite as tall, but for all intents and purposes, they're almost identical, and I like that about both of these headphones. The next thing I like, and it's probably the most important thing, is the sound. Both these headphones sound great, especially when you consider the price point. Now, I do like the Xiaomi's better. Both these headphones are really balanced, but the Xiaomi's just have a much more rich and full bass. It's not overpowering, it's not bass heavy like some Beats headphones would be, but it just comes through a lot better than it does on the Redmi's. Next thing I liked a lot is the overall fit. Now, the Xiaomi's are a little bit bigger than the Redmi's if I can get it there on camera. It's not drastic, but when you see them side by side, it is noticeable. That said, they both fit in my ear and never felt like one of them was going to fall out, and I even tried to shake my head and get them to fall out, and I was unable to do so. So they both fit in my ear really well, and they're really comfortable to wear for 2, 3, 4 hours at a time. The last thing that I like is actually exclusive to the Redmi pair, which surprised me, and that's the call quality. The call quality is good for the money. Now, what I mean by that is the call quality is passable. You're listening to music, you get a phone call. You can definitely handle the phone call on the headphones. That said, I wouldn't use them for something like a phone interview or if you're calling into a meeting, just like I wouldn't use any headphones for that, not even AirPods, because they don't sound great. Like, you can tell that somebody's not actually on the phone. That said, these sound pretty solid just for a phone call. You don't have to worry about, lifting your phone up to your ear. Whereas the Xiaomi just sounded like crap. They just really sounded bad. The person on the other end half the time couldn't even hear me. They just were not even passable. So call quality, great on the Redmi's, not so much the Xiaomi's, which is kind of odd considering this is the cheaper pair, but hey, it is what it is. Now on to stuff that I don't like. Both of these charge via micro USB. It's not a deal breaker. It's not the end of the world. You expect this on a lot of budget headphones. It's just a little bit annoying because most phones now use USB-C, so that means you have to carry around an extra cable with you, which is not ideal, but again, not a deal breaker. I just want to make sure you guys know about it before buying these headphones. The only other thing I didn't like about these headphones, I really can't show you on video, and that was the connection. Now, if you just want to pair them to one device at a time, say your smartphone, they're probably going to be just fine. But me, I have a smartphone and I've got a work laptop as well that I wanted to pair them to, and they don't do a great job switching between multiple devices at the same time, at least in my experience. In addition to that, I ran into some issues with the Xiaomi pair, which is the more expensive pair. Now, they're not supposed to pair to your phone, laptop, whatever, until you open up the case like that. But the case would be there shut, sitting on my counter, and as soon as I walked into my apartment or walked past them or something, I'd be watching a YouTube video, playing Spotify, the normal stuff, and it'd just start playing through these headphones. It'd say the headphones were connected. I'd pull down my notification shade, it'd show the headphones connected. It was just bizarre. Like, unprompted, they just were connecting. It was just weird. Some weird behavior from the headphones themselves, which, you're not spending that much money on them, so I guess some of that odd stuff is expected, but just something to be aware of. Now, my overall verdict is both these headphones are great at their price points. Yeah, there's a little bit of annoyance you're going to deal with, but you got to remember you're not paying a lot of money for them. Which one I'd recommend kind of depends on your specific use case. If you take a lot of phone calls or you get a lot of phone calls or something like that, I'd recommend the Redmi pair, which are the cheaper pair. Just keep in mind, I would not use them for a phone interview or calling into a meeting where you need to be crystal clear in your audio. If you just want to use these for music and that's it, then the Xiaomi pair is the one that you should go with. They're a little bit more expensive, but that nice balanced bass really does make a difference if I was going to use these all day for music. Let me know in the comments down below if you like these headphone reviews. I've got one more pair I want to review. I use them almost every single day, and they're not that expensive, but if you guys don't like these videos, then I won't waste my time in doing it. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content, and I'll see you in the next one.